Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ailey if you're new. Today's video, believe it or not, it's actually Christmas Day. And I actually wanted to just film because I am obviously doing my makeup for the day and I was going to use something new, which is this. So I figured I would just film while I was doing my makeup because I'm doing it anyway and it's not really that much more trouble to just stick the camera on. So this is the colour case from Made by Mitchell. This is obviously the Essentials palette, I think it's called. He does one that is all colourful as well. I might get that one as well depending on how this one performs, but basically this is every foundation shade you could ever need. Depending on how good it is, I might get one for work because I do have one of the RCMA ones for work and I use it sometimes. But I find that the pans are very small in it. This is quite deep. So yeah, if you want to see me try and make a whole face of makeup, but I'm going to do it all with this bad boy. So if you want to see it, just keep watching. Everyone comes with this brush here, so we're going to use this, although it's very, very small. It's got a spatula on one end and a brush on the other, so we'll see. These are £25 as well. That's an absolute friggin' steal, if you ask me. Okay, that is more like it. Let's get rid of those. We are primed. So I'm going to go in and do my contour, I think, first. So I'm taking Caramel. I'm just going to take it on the brush. And I'm going to go into Sade as well, which is just the one next to it. And I will take a lighter shade. I'm going in with a mixture of Oats and Dusty. You shouldn't need a lot because it is a high coverage. I'm going to take a setting spray just to help it sort of move around. And I'm going to start with the lightest first. Okay, then I'm going to take this, which is the Vive foundation brush, and I'm sort of like pressing and pulling to get it to move. And I'm just going to go over sort of everything. Obviously, as you're blending it in, you're picking up product on your brush and you don't really want to be moving it to places that it's not supposed to be. Whereas this one is clean, well, cleanish. And it should kind of go over the top and just smudge everything together. You can see I still got like a line down here, but it was like one of the last things I did, so. But it shows that like once it dries, it sort of like sticks where it is. Dry skin, this will just inject a little bit of moisture in it as well. I haven't really gone up underneath my eyes with it or anything like that, so what we'll do is I'll maybe take one and we'll just do that just now. I will say it's not the easiest to move once it's sat, but it does look really nice on the skin. Could maybe be like a little bit sort of sinking into the pores a wee bit around here, but like I say, it's a thicker formula, so for what it is, I think it actually looks really good. Okay, once it's sort of like done and you want to like put more on top, it's not the easiest thing to do. Okay, so I'm gonna let you see what it looks like just now. So this is it up close. There's a couple of little dry patches that it's clinging onto, but most foundations do that. Like overall, apart from these two lines here, it looks really nice. It looks really, really nice. It looks really nice on. I don't think, once you've done your base with it, it's not easy to go back and then blend over the top. Like you can see this sort of like shadowing and that here, but it's not sort of like budging. I guess I will go ahead and do the rest of my makeup, and then we'll see what it's like after I've done that and I can come back. Okay, so I'm done, I'm back. I'm just gonna come in and show you what it looks like with everything else on. It's a little bit drying. That's the only thing I would say. Really, really hydrating base underneath it would probably do the trick. You really only need a tiny, tiny amount, but it's not my favourite, which is kind of annoying. It could just be because I see my skin isn't as dry as it used to be. So, you know, I mean, obviously, I'll take a little bit of time to get used to it, and it'll take a little bit of playing around to figure it out. On initial first impressions, I like it, but for something very specific. And I mean, I was trying to get it off my hand, and you can see how discoloured my hand is. It's all like different colours. Because it really did not want to come off. So, I mean, there's still little bits of it like on my hand. And I literally took all the tan off my hand to try to get it off. So I'm kind of worried about getting it off my face. So I think, like, for if applied in the right way to oily skin on a makeup day where you have to last all day, like a photo shoot or a wedding, I think this would be like gold standard. It's not going to move. It's absolutely not going to move. Even when I did the base and then I tried to go over the top of it with like more, I found that it was hard to get them to blend together. So I think it's a like put it on and that's it, done. If you're going to do your whole face, you kind of have to do your whole face. If you're going to do contouring and stuff like that and highlighting, I think if you contoured and highlighted with it and concealed anything you needed to conceal, and then added a really kind of light to medium coverage foundation over the rest of your face, I think it would work really well. And that's how I'm going to try using it next time. So I think, because obviously it being all over your face, like I could do with like a lighter coverage but a creamier sort of lighter type foundation around about this area of my face because it's drier, and everything sort of around here, because it's where I get like little breakouts and things like that, I could use the higher coverage. And obviously like the contour in that is really nice and it did blend out okay. In the end, it's just that I think it's just a little bit heavy for this sort of area of my face. So do I love it? No. Do I think that it'll work, you know, like in the right circumstances? Yes. It's definitely not for like beginners. It's not, I don't even think it's aimed at that, to be honest. I do think that I would make it work well in a kit, and for very oily clients, I think at £25, I think I'll get one for my kit anyway. But is it like a good for just throwing on kind of like a face where you can just put on all the colours that you need and blend them all out? Not really. It's not as easy just to like blend out as, say, an RCMA is. But these don't like 100% not move. You have to set these. This dries down. You don't actually even need to set it. It's the only thing I've found that really doesn't like crease badly underneath my eyes. Like it's actually hidden the only little bits that it's creasing. So I mean, that's a bonus. These are very creamy, the RCMA ones. You really have to set these. So, I mean, different things for different things, I suppose. So, I don't hate it, but I don't think it's really easy to use. So if you're looking for something that's really easy to use and is this sort of formula, I'd more go for the RCMA ones. But if you want to try it on a budget, £25, I think that's a bloody brilliant price. So I would recommend it for that, but it's going to take a learning curve even for me to try and sort of like figure out how to use it best. So be warned, you will need to experiment with it. But I think that's pretty much it. Obviously I don't want this video to be really long and I need to go and get my Christmas dinner now. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, I would obviously love if you would give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I don't know when it's going to be up, but Merry Christmas and I hope you have a lovely new year, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!